What is something that your generation did that no younger generation will ever get to experience?
Wait outside the closed school for your mom to pick you up with no way to contact her. You start thinking if she doesn't come, you will have to assimilate yourself with the other street orphans and try to survive.
She definitely got in a car accident. What is life going to be like without her? Can dad make it work as a single father? Oh God, the funeral, it's going to be so sad. She won't be there to put notes in my lunch anymore. I can't believe this happened. Oh, there she is. And then I wave and run over, climb in the back seat, buckle up and ask what we are having for dinner. I probably did this 3 to 4 times a week. I was a very anxious kid.
Experience the transition from dial-up to high-speed internet. Holy crap.
Burn a CD. I used to spend hours strategically picking 16 to 20 songs to listen in the car that month on my way to school.
Being not available. Before mobile phones, if you wanted to talk to someone you had to find a landline, and hope they were actually in, or go round their house. Now, it's all instant messaging in its many forms, with the sender expecting an instant reply. On the same theme, I miss not having clearly defined working hours. Back then, if you wanted to talk to me about work stuff, you'd have to do it on Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, I get work emails and phone calls every day of the week, 24 hours a day. People seem to have lost that sense of boundary, and seem to think it's okay to pester me at 8 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Being able to go into the cockpit of a commercial airline and have the pilot show you the controls.
Renting video games at Blockbuster. To an 8-year-old, that row of Nintendo and Sega games was like Dorothy entering Ounce for the first time. Thou will never know the feeling of saying to yourself, gee, I wonder whatever happened so and so in the 3rd grade, and then just shrugging your shoulders and moving on with your day. You know they gonna look that up.
Retire.
Just driving around with no idea how to get to some places. Once one of my friends got their license, we would just drive around town and eventually find our way back. Before GPS, this OR trying to read out maps was the only way, lol. Now I turn on Google Maps for everything.
I really miss places like Blockbusters. It used to be a tradition when I was a kid to go to a video rental store every weekend and pick out a movie to watch or a game to play. There's something oddly exciting about perusing the store and only being able to pick 1 or 2, whereas it feels like every movie is at our fingertips nowadays. I don't know, it made it feel a little bit more special. Another, I grew up with Windows 95, and I spent a lot of hours playing Minesweeper, Pinball, Solitaire, and I dabbled in Paint as well. Also, we didn't own a printer, so my father would search images of Disney princesses, draw them, to the best of his ability, and I would color them in. Lots of good memories of that era in my life. I especially missed randomly browsing a section and randomly picking up a DVD box based on nothing more than the title and / or sleeve, and end up watching it without having watched the trailer or looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score beforehand. Experience the chaos that was Kazaa and LimeWire. P2P file sharing like that was such a gamble all the time. I remember looking up an artist I liked and seeing a song name I didn't recognize and downloading it with excitement, only to realize that it either was a song by another band or a song I already knew but the person just gave a different name. Movies was an even bigger gamble because a lot of the time you would end up with porn instead of the movie you wanted. It was the Wild West days of internet pirating and you just never knew what to expect.
This is how some anonymous buttheap convinced me Paradise City was by Motley Crue.